Alright guys, so I have a great video topic coming up. Top 5 bodybuilders in Ireland. Now my criteria is pretty simple. It's the top 5 current bodybuilders in Ireland. Therefore you have to have competed within the last 2 years, and that's pretty much it. So look, I'm going to hop right into the meat and bones of the subject. And number 5, Big Red, Brian Hickey. Why is he at number 5? While in the past few years he has had a great standing track record, he comes into the contests in competition shape, in contest great condition all the time. That's what he's known for. However, what has him at number 5 instead of higher at the list is that he does not seem to have the overall mass in order to hang with winning the overall shows on an international level. So while he is at a level that he can win his classes, ergo what he did last time, or he won the athletic class, I think it was. I could be wrong there, but he won a class in the, I think it was the NABA affiliated WBFF show. And in the past few years he has been winning his classes. But why he's number 5, he has a great back, great condition, good shape, great V taper, and great separation in his legs. However, he has a tendency to flatten out, and his legs tend to lose some overall mass during his prep, which leads to his downfall competing against the bigger guys on an international level who have a better genetic component. In this year, so all I'm saying is that if he had the work ethic he has now, which is hands and above one of the best in the country, and you combine that with a better amount of genetics, he would be higher on his list for sure. Now at number 4 I have Big Lachlan Gannon, and what has him at number 4 is that he has grown into a competitor now that is able to win shows on a larger scale than has before. He won the Mr. Ireland quite recently, the NABA Mr. Ireland, and then he went on to win the PCA overall up in the Northern Ireland show. What has him in number 4 is his overall structure is a lot bigger than many of the bodybuilders in the country, standing at above 6 foot. Great shoulders, probably some of the best quads and overall legs in this country at the moment, which makes a great impression against taller bodybuilders who especially struggle to fill out in the lower body. And his overall width is very imposing. And yourself, when you're watching a show, your eyes are always going to go towards the taller guy rather than the shorter guy. However, what has him sticking at number 4 is simple. He is a little flat in the upper body. He needs more size, which he is well aware of, obviously, and it has come on leaps and bounds. His back, when it comes to it, it needs more lats. In the lats area, he just needs more thickness and width, because he loses some pop during the back shots, especially during the lat spread and the back double bicep, against guys who have the insane detail that makes them stand out above on an international level, which has led to him only being able to place top 5 in the world and the universe as averse to winning the classes. However, I think he is growing as a competitor, and I think in a couple of years he could be higher on this list. At number 3, I have Shane Cullen. My reason for Shane Cullen is his track record within the past year has been outstanding in terms of his winning record. The last few shows he has won every single class he has entered in. He is a Mr. Ireland winner in the RBBF, Now, what has him at winning the shows is he has great genetic structure and great genetic shape. So, ergo, in the front lat spread, he has the tiny waist, the flaring shoulders, and the good quad sweep. Side chest, very good. And overall, he has great presentation. He's probably one of the best posers in the country, which allows him to present his strengths and have them placed a bit and hide his weaknesses, which Many people seem to abandon the art of posing, which, look, it's going to help you win or lose shows. And obviously Shane Cullen has been winning shows because of his posing and presentation. However, while he has been winning shows based on his shape and structure, he needs to come in a bit more conditioned, because every show he has been doing, he has been coming in a little softer and a little softer and a little softer. And while his shape, condition and posing and presentation has allowed him to win the classes of the shows, it will not allow him to win the overall of the shows if he does not come in razor sharp condition. Whereas you will get guys who have the same structure or similar structure in razor sharp conditioning, and they are the ones who are going to win the shows. Ergo, he is at number 3 and not higher on this list. However, I do think if he continues to grow and progress forward and come in better condition during the later shows, he will be winning shows on an international scale if he is willing to put in the effort and time. At number 2, I have Vinnie Crane. And why I have Vinnie Crane at number 2 is simply based on his genetic potential and what I think he will be able to achieve moving forward. He comes in, he has, without a doubt, one of the top backs in this country. And I mean, look, his back looks like he should be on an IFBB Pro. And that's not a knock on any of his other body parts either, because they all look relatively in proportion. It's just his back is leaps and hands above anybody else's, especially of Irish stock in this country. Now, he has come in razor sharp condition every show. That's what he's known for, and I think he could be one of the best classic. I think he could do well in classic physique. I think he should focus on that, and I hope he does focus on that, because Vinnie has a lot of potential. And to be honest with you, that's a lot of what has him above the other guys that are lower in this list, is simply based that he does have genetic potential, but he puts it together with razor sharp conditioning, great presentation, great posing, and overall he's been very consistent in all the shows that he has turned up in. Now, number 1, it should not be it's a pretty obvious choice, Blessing Awudabo, and that being he is Ireland's best current bodybuilder, hands down. He in the last couple of years, he seems to have nailed his conditioning, which used to be an issue for him in the past. Which has allowed him to win 2 pro qualifying shows in the IFBB League. Therefore, he is eligible to turn pro, and he will be competing as a pro during the 2018 season. And I think going forward, he will cause a lot of damage. However, there's not really any knock on this guy. All his body parts seem to be in relatively good proportion. He just needs to take some size off. Take some time off to add a little bit more size on his quads, I think, a bit more on his hamstrings, and maybe a little more back, just in the lat area especially, so just in the back upper bicep and the legs especially, just to add that overall mass in the lower body. He's brought it up leaps and bounds, because that was his weak point. People knocked on him. Now he's an IFBB Pro, qualified twice to be an IFBB Pro. I don't think that's ever been done in the country. So, look, I know I've left out some guys, and as I said before, you have to have competed within the past 2 years. It's my opinion. I'm just critiquing. I'm just saying what I think is the top 5. So I'm going to give a shout out to people like Tommy Staunton, who have won Worlds classes and won Universe classes, but he has not competed in the last 2 years. But he is definitely one of Ireland's top bodybuilding coaches, and definitely one of Ireland's best bodybuilders in the history of the country. But I'm talking about current bodybuilders here. Another shout out I would go to David Geller, who has been relatively consistent in all the shows that he has entered in. However, he has not been able to put it together, and the fact that he hasn't been able to win classes on an international scale. However, he has won 2 national titles, and he is still going forward and competing and progressing today. What's going to make you a great bodybuilder is simply this. If you want to have any reliability, any credibility to being a top bodybuilder, you have to have consistency. You have to be winning shows. You have to be winning classes in your shows on an international or Irish scale, whatever it takes. But people remember the winners. That's why I've named the winners of the shows. There are great guys who come second and third, but you don't remember second and third, especially in an amateur federation. So, look, I think there's guys with much potential. I think there's guys that will look, another shout out, Christian McAlinden. He's won his class. Look, people knocked on him. He came in. He's won classes in the past, I think 2016. He won classes in a couple of classes in the shows he entered in. Again, you know, another guy who has great condition that wins shows. But I think I think there's other great bodybuilders in the country, sure, but you know, this is my opinion. This is what I think is the top 5 in the country. So look, give the video a like, give the video a share, and please follow and subscribe to the channel. And if there's any topics you want me to go upon and talk about, I will be willing to put in the time and effort, you know, to provide a bit of entertainment, provide a bit of knowledge. And like, look, we're a small country. No hands about it. No, we were a tiny country, tiny gene pool. It's hard for us to produce quality bodybuilders, but when we do produce a quality bodybuilder, everyone's going to know about him. So, look, everyone knows about Blessing. Everyone knows about the top 5 guys that I've named because they've done damage on an international scale at some point in their life, especially in the last 2 years. Therefore, they're in my top 5 current bodybuilders in Ireland. So, as I say, give the channel a like, give it a follow, share with your friends, and look, I will upload more videos moving forward. Thank you very much. On out.